All right, today, ladies and gentlemen, my gas furnace is not working again. I just replaced it a couple years ago, but for some reason, every time on every year, it won't turn on. It won't heat up. Why? Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Simple steps that you can follow before you call the technician. Like right now, the thermostat is at 71, but it's supposed to be set at 74. I mean 73. I had it for 73, but that means that it's not working. It's not heating up the house. So it tried to turn, but tried to turn on for a few seconds, and they just go off because it won't turn on at all. First thing you gotta have to do is check the air filter. Always check. That's the first thing you gotta check. Okay, make sure the air filter is clean. In my case, we're gonna disconnect the electrical too. Be careful. We're gonna check the air filter. That's the first step that you gotta check before call a technician. Make sure it's clean. If it's not clean, replace it and try it. If this one doesn't work at all, then we're gonna try or test couple of the components, like couple what's it called, sensor, thermostat, and also the igniter to make sure that it's working properly. Also the flame sensor. As you can see right here, the air filter is not dirty at all. Okay, but I'm gonna replace it anyways. I already took it out, so I'm gonna use replace it. I'm gonna take the top off so you can see what I'm talking about the parts. Okay, about the sensors, thermostat, igniter, and the flame sensor. This is basic steps that you can follow and check before you call the technician. If none of these items or sensor works the way I'm gonna tell you, then you have to call the technician for further information, like they have to check deeply. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna take it off the screw that is holding the flame sensor flame, and I'm gonna show you how it looks like. Okay, remember, you have to disconnect the whole unit, no electrical, nothing. Okay, this is the wire that goes to the flame sensor right here. I'm gonna use just a impact drill to take it off one screw. It's pretty simple. And then I'm gonna just do slowly and be careful. Like, you have to take out the flame sensor because it looks like a little L shape. So you might break it if you not be careful. You might do something bad there. Okay. It's supposed to be pointed to down. Take pictures how you got it out and everything. Look, this is a flame sensor. You can use a sandpaper, the really fine sandpaper, or a towel to clean it. I'm gonna use a towel because it's not really dirty. Well, it is, but not that bad. And then I'm just gonna put it back in there. And then after this, I'm gonna check the two sensors that has here. But in the video, I'm just showing one sensor to test, and then I'm gonna test it with a multimeter, and I'm gonna put it like continuity. Sorry for my accent. I try to put it back. Make sure the wire is pretty good. It's not loose. This is one of the sensors. It's one in each side. Right here is another one. But I'll take this one out and let you know how to test it with a multimeter, okay? Continuity, that's what we're gonna check on this sensor. If it beeps, that means it's good. If it doesn't beep, that means it's not good at all, okay? And you gotta replace it. But I'm gonna test it out with one sensor. You take the screw out and then you just take this one. Also, you can also just clean it as well with a rag or a towel. And these two sensors, okay. And if it's not working, you have to replace it. It's a little tricky here because it has the tag. Can get out. Come on, there you go. This is it. This is not a thermostat sensor. I don't know what's the call. I'm gonna show you how to test it with the multimeter, okay? You're supposed to be head continuity on once you place the wires on each side, and then it's gonna beep. If it's beep, it's good. If it doesn't beep, it's not good, okay? There's a little reset button here, right here. You can also reset it once you clean it. Make sure it's good to go, and that's it. Pretty simple. After you check this, test this sensor, we're gonna go ahead and do the last one, which is the igniter. But let me test it. Let me go get my multimeter and then really show you. Okay, so I'm gonna put it back on, and then to better. Okay, I'm just gonna put it back in, and then I'm gonna use my multimeter to check it out, okay, to test it. Okay, like I said, when I put the screw back in, there's two small screws. Now in your unit, you got in your gas furnace, it might looks different, okay? I don't know if it's gonna have the same sensor positions, but it works something like this. So it's not necessarily be the same, okay? Unless you have the same brand. This is the signal, the when you wanna place your multimeter to test continuity. Right here, continuity. Okay, make sure it beeps. If it beeps, it's good. If it doesn't beep or if it makes the sounds like a beep beep, that means it's good, okay? And I changed the number that you can see right here. But if it doesn't do or move anything, that means the sensor is bad. All right, you gotta replace it. So let's do it again, and I'm gonna show you how it sounds like.
No importa el cable rojo o negro de qué lado esté.
Okay, so that means that the sensor is good. So I already tested both of them, so they all have continuity. So they're both makes the sound, so it's good. Now for the last part that we're gonna test is gonna be the igniter. If the igniter doesn't work, you don't have to test it or remove it to test it. You can always just turn it on, the unit, and you can see from one of the little windows right there if it's turning on. Like you wanna see, like very it becomes real hot and red. Okay, but I'm gonna remove the screws. Well, it's not that one. That's something else. It's right here underneath. Right there is one screw holding it. Some of the gas furnaces, they have it in different positions. Okay, but in my case, it's like this one. I'm gonna show you how it looks like. So how the igniters go bad? Well, you can see by just looking at it. If it's not broken, it's missing a piece, that means it's good. But if you see it like it's broken in half or it's missing a piece, like here, it's completely good. Okay, that means it's good. Okay, so when I'm gonna put it back on because it's good. I already cleaned the flame sensor, but I think just by cleaning the flame sensor, it fixed my problem. So now the gas furnace is gonna turn on and heat up. Okay, just looking at the igniter, make sure it looks good, and when you put it back in there, make sure that, you don't break it at the time you put it back in there. It happens, it happens. So what you're gonna do is put it back on, and that's it. Easy peasy, squishy. All right. Yeah, like that. Once you put it back in, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna turn it on, and it's gonna work just fine. And that's it. You don't need a technician. When you have simple steps to follow. If none of these steps didn't work for you, now you have to call the technician. Why? Because he's gonna test other parts that we don't know. So we're not professionals. Don't do whatever I say because I don't know. This is my own gas furnace that I'm trying to fix myself. Okay, but that doesn't mean I know everything. I know some, thanks to beers, to cervezas. But now I'm gonna pour the and now I'm gonna turn it on, and it's supposed to be turn that thing inducer first. All right, that's supposed to be come on first. Then we're gonna look at it if the igniter is the second sensor that's supposed to be turn on the flames, the gas. As you can see, it's working good. That means it's good. Now the third step is gonna be the flame, the gas. Okay, look, wanna see now? There you go. Nice blue flames. The sensor flame is right there. You can see the little corner. That means that probably was the problem. Okay, so just check all these things, clean it up, put the new air filter, and you'll be good. Okay, if it stays more than 5 minutes, that means it's good. Okay, if it doesn't turn on at all, that will be something else, guys, and you're screwed. Okay, but if it start right back on, now you're good. All right, I'm gonna leave it for a few. I'm gonna show you if it's heating it up. Just wait for it. Alright, I'm coughing, it's cold, guys.
Sí, funciona.
Let me see. It's still 71, but it's gonna start heating up in a little bit. I can feel it from the air vents. Oh, that's my Christmas tree. Alright, everything still looks good. It's good. Okay, so that's it. It works. It worked. So I'm good. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time in the next episode. Remember to check these parts and you'll be good to go. Let me just show you that it's gonna be up another point, 71. Let me show you if it's gonna. Yeah, it feels hot. It feels good now.
Vamos a esperar.
Feel that it's heating and up.
Okay?
I'm gonna put the parts back on, and that's it. I'm gonna let it run all night because it's cold. Now it's 72. I set it up 73. So once it reaches 73, it's gonna go just one more point, which is 74, and it's gonna turn it on by itself. Okay, and that's it. It's looking good. So I just did this video a few days before, so now until now it's still working just fine, guys. Well, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We'll see you next time on the next episode with Daniel, the rescue mover. You know, that's what I do for living. I don't do this for living. And see, it's 73 now, guys. See, you just see it. It's changing it because it's getting warm in here. That's my Christmas tree. Happy Merry Christmas, guys, for everybody. See you next time. Hasta la vista, señor.